in the previous class, okay, tak banyak. And then I want you guys to prepare for the examination for tomorrow, okay. So in our WhatsApp group, I already provide you the guidelines. So please take a moment to read that. And tomorrow also I will brief again that one. Okay, so your examination will be only 1 hour. Okay, 8 until 9. So make sure you be there on 7:45 because I'm going to take your attendance at that time. And then I will leave you for 15 minutes. Okay, and then after 8:15, you may leave the Google Classroom. Okay, anyway, I want you to be present in the Google Classroom from 7:45 until 8:15. Okay, at 15. The rest, use maybe at 10, something like that. So make sure you be there before at 10. No. I mean 7:45, everyone have to be there in the Google Classroom, in the link that I provided. Okay? Jangan guna link lain, jangan guna link kelas ni ya. Guna link yang saya bagi dekat WhatsApp group. Okay? Because you will combine with other section also. Okay? Okay, so let me share our lesson. Kita nak continue a little bit what we have left last week. Okay, entire screen. Okay. There. Okay, so let me open my Jupyter Notebooks. Okay, so another way to open Jupyter Notebook is using a command prompt. Okay, if you are Windows user, you boleh gunakan command prompt. Okay, CMD. You just type in the search box and then open the command. Menggunakan terminal. Because I use Mac, so I can also use a terminal. Okay, so in terminal, ini just extra lah, you tak payah buat apa-apa ya. Just I want to demonstrate to you. So just type Jupyter Notebook here. Okay, and then sorry. Okay, and then I can open it also. Okay, so let's create a new file. This is week 7 or week 8? I forget. Week 7, if I'm not mistaken. Week 7, section 3. All right, so yeah, so we are going to do the example here. Okay, so I would like to teach you on one method to declare your variables. Okay, so last time I believe that the way we are declaring the variable is some sort like this. For example, I name the variable as length. Okay, let's say ngth. I name the variable as length, and I equal length equal to 10, for example. And then I name another variable height. Okay, and I equal the height into 11. Okay, so when I print to get the result of length, and then another one is print height. Definitely the first row of the output cell later on will give you the value of length, correct? The second will give you the value of height. So just run it and you will see the first one is for the length, second one is for the height, right? So you see, we need extra line in order to declare, in order to assign the variables. How about if I want to assign this in a single line? Okay, we do everything in one line. So also can be done. For example, I name the variable length, and then you provide comma here, height, and equal sign. For example, this is 100, and then this is 200. Okay, so the length will be assigned with the value 100, and the height will be assigned with value 200. So this is one of the way to declare the variable in a single line. So you can do everything in single line. Okay, if I check the value, for example, print height, print length, and then I print height, you will see it return the value that already been assigned. So it will be assigned accordingly to the sequence. Okay, so the first variable length will be assigned with 100, and then you apply the punctuation over here, the comma, okay, indicating that this is another variable. And then this variable will be assigned with the second values after the comma. And you can have more than length, height, width, okay, maybe 300, and etc. Okay. Also, you can do this. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is just an extra info lah. Okay, another way of applying, another way of assigning the variables with the values. Okay, all right. So what I want to do right now is to continue what we have learned in previous class. Yeah, what we have learned in previous class. So we learned about the standard module that we're gonna use, that we have used before, right? In order to use some sort of special function. For example, cos function, square root function. Okay, that's what have we learned last week, correct? Okay, so this week we are going to learn another two operators. Okay, ada dua lagi operators yang kita nak belajar. Okay, so the two operators we call as in general we call them as Boolean operators. Okay, Boolean operators. So these Boolean operators basically we use to okay, these Boolean operators basically we use to create the condition. Okay, to create a condition. For example, if I provide something like this, I equal to 10, okay, j equal to 11. Okay. Oh, sama. Okay. J equal to 11. Ada tak siapa di sini tak ada dalam author lagi? Can I get the name for those? Mungkin saya lupa nak update yang terbaru. Anyway, saya akan cuba update yang terbaru lah nanti ya. Okay, so please check your author later on. Make sure you be there because the requirement for you to test tomorrow, you have to tick the declaration form in the author. Macam you buat untuk final exam sebelum ni lah. So dekat situ saya ada buat satu untuk you tick sahaja nanti. Okay, as proof that you are attending the examination. So it's very important to be for you to be in author. Sekarang ni penting lah. Okay, awal-awal tu I don't ni. Okay, later I will make sure you be there. If not, you can personally contact me. Okay. All right. So let's say we have two variables here. I assign I equal to 10, j equal to 11. Okay. So we want to, in the future, maybe I want to create a kind of condition. I want to check a kind of conditional. Okay, for example, the condition of I greater than j. So this kind of statement we call as a Boolean expression, or we also can call it as a conditional statement. Okay, so here the Boolean operators that we are going to use adalah, ini adalah Boolean operators in general. To be more specific, this is what we call as a relational operators. Okay, ada 6 relational operators that you have to know in this course. Okay, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal to. Okay, ada 6 ni sahaja. Don't worry about anything else. Okay, so when I create this kind of statement, I greater than j, it's some sort of asking, is it I greater than J? Something like that. Saya nak dia true. Saya bagi less. Okay. So is it I less than J? So what the answer that you are expecting? Ada dua je jawapan dia kan. Bila saya tanya, adakah you guys ready for class for examination tomorrow? Ya atau tidak, betul tak? Ada dua je. Sama juga dalam soalan ni. Is it I less than J? Either yes or no. And in programming,
Yes.
yes or no, in programming, we call it as a Boolean result, which is only true and false. Ada dua, true and false. So in this statement, is it I less than J? True lah, correct? True, okay. So if you run this, you will get the output true. Okay. Allow me to answer this call. Give me about 5 minutes. Okay. Later I will call you. Later we resume. This is very important call. Okay. Hello, Dr. Devi. Okay, so okay, we continue, Okay, kita continue. Wait, Okay, the speaker, everything is okay. All right. Okay, so let's continue. So here you see the Boolean. Ini adalah under relational operators. Okay, less than. All right. So there are other operators that you can use. I mean, the symbol that can apply here, which is grouped under relational operators. Okay. So for example, greater than, less than, you see there is an equal to here. Okay, do not confuse the symbol equal to here with equal to here. Okay, when I do equal to, it asks about, is it I equal to J? So the double equal here indicating we are creating the condition. We are writing a Boolean expression. Okay, so when I run it, of course, the result will be false because I is not equal to j, correct? Okay, but another one is not equal to. Ini biasalah, less than or equal to. Tetapi jangan sekali-sekali you guys terbalikkan simbol. So bear in mind the way we are express this symbol. So the way I'm talking is I greater than or equal to j, something like that. So you see the symbol greater than baru equal to j. Bukan I equal to or greater than j. Ini lain. This is definitely wrong. Okay, the concept is definitely wrong. So it has to greater than or equal to. Okay, so in this case, greater than or equal to, definitely you got false. Okay, and if let's say not equal to, not the symbol exclamation marks here is not equal to. So I not equal to j, true lah, betul tak? Okay, yeah. So you see, you only have two answers. Okay, and the answers of Boolean expression, I mean the output of any Boolean expression, either true or false. Tak ada yang tengah-tengah, dia ada dua sahaja. And this answer is what we call as a Boolean value ataupun Boolean result. Okay, so let's say if the question asks you, what is the Boolean result of the following expression? So jawapan dia either true or false lah, betul tak? Okay, so that is the right statement to ask the question. And you have to understand what is the Boolean result. Ataupun boleh tanya, what will be the Boolean value as the output of the following expression? Okay, you kena tahulah sama ada true or false. Okay, all right. So the next operators is what we call as logical operators. Also, dia adalah group under Boolean expression. Okay, tetapi in this case saya nak test dua relational expression. Understand? Okay. For example, I have the first one, which is this one. And I have the second one. So, I know the output of this expression either true or false, correct? And another expression also either true or false. So, if let's say I use the AND logical operators. So, dalam logical operators ada tiga operators. AND, or not. Ada tiga ni saja. Yang lebih-lebih. Tiga saja. Okay. Let's say if I want to test this expression. Okay, it's similar to logical relational operators. The output have to be Boolean values. But in this case, we are testing the result of relational operators. So for example, if you get true for this statement, and then you have true for this statement, so the Boolean result, because true and true will give you the truth result. Okay, ini the truth table, you can screenshot. Okay. If let's say this is true, but this is false, so you get false result. Kalau dua-dua false, then false lah. Okay. So, benda ni kita pernah belajar dulu. I believe you guys learn maybe in your matriculation, maybe in your A-level punya study. Okay. If you took diploma, ada satu cabang matematik dia ada belajar ni. Okay, logic function. Okay, in even form 5. Okay, kalau you ambil science side, so you learn about the logic function. Okay, physics, if you learn physics before, they have this. Okay, and if I use a or, okay, true or true, true, true or false, true. Okay, if both false, baru false lah. Okay, not means that not true is false lah, not false is true. Don't worry, it seems confused, but when it comes to the example, it's easy. Okay, and understanding these two operators, relational operators and logical operators, is important for your project and for your test too. Okay, dia sangat penting untuk project dan test too you guys. Okay, so that's why you have to master this. Okay, no matter what. Okay, because we give you a specific problem, then you have to come out with your own algorithm, whether it's logic or not. Okay, all right. So let's try and see what's the result. But what I can summarize here, I can summarize it with very simple sentence here. If I use AND operators, excuse me. If I use AND operators, all expression, all relational expression must be true. Baru result is true. If one of them are false, then the result will be false. Both false, false. But if I use OR, both, all expression has to be false. Sebab tak semestinya dua expression you boleh test. I can use Z greater than Y and Y greater than X and X equal to Y. So I can use that also. I can have more. The list can be longer. So that's why I say two or more relational expression. Okay. So if we use OR, all must be false, baru dia false. If one of them are true, then the result will be true. Both true, true lah. All right, so let's get back to the example here. Okay, let's get back to the example. So maybe we try something. Yeah, maybe I equal to 10. So what's the value for this expression? Is it I equal to 10? Yes, right? True, right? Okay. And then I use N J greater than I. So what will be the expression for this? What will be the value, Boolean value? True, right? Okay, so true and true will give me true lah. Okay. Right, let's say if I use less than here. Okay. So I equal to 10, J less than I, J less than I, which is false for this, right? So true and false will give me false. Okay. And let's say if I use OR here. Okay. So true or false give me true. Okay. Do not worry about this, okay, because this you have to understand. I will demonstrate to you the application of using this expression when you want to create the conditional statement in the next chapter. Okay, in the next chapter, then you understand why we need this. Okay. Okay, so another one is not. Okay, not I not equal to J. I not equal to J, true or false? True, right? Agree? Okay, tengok yang ni dulu. I not equal to J, true, right? Not true is false. Sebab tu cakap not true, false lah. Okay, so when I run this, you get false. Okay, if let's say I equal to j, not I equal to j. Faham tak maksud dia? Yes, sebab I is not equal to j, correct? Okay, so if this statement I equal to j, false. So not false is true lah. Okay, this one you have to play around to understand it. If maybe it seems at the beginning it seems confused, but when it comes to the time you have to really need to use it, then you can cari what's the suitable algorithm in order to make this. Okay. Okay. What else? Not equal to. Okay. All right. There another one things that I want to cover here. Okay. This one. How do you define which expression will be solved first? Okay. Have you remember that when we solving, for example, A equal to 1 plus 10 times 20. Print A. Which one will be solved first? Adakah 1 tambah 10 darab 20? Ataupun 10 darab 20 baru tambah 1? Coba tengok. I believe you will get these answers, correct? 10 times 20, 200 plus 1 lah, 201. Why? Because they follow the rule of either associativity ataupun precedence. Okay. So in that cases, dalam case ini, dia akan menggunakan, they will apply the rule of precedence. Okay, what is mentioning about the rule of precedence? So take a look into this slide. Okay. The higher precedent will be first executed. Okay, kalau kita tengok darab tadi lebih tinggi kedudukannya daripada plus, correct? Okay, so the precedent of multiplication higher than plus, so that's why we have to solve for the plus first. Okay. And sekiranya saya apply parenthesis here, so what you solve first? You akan solvekan yang ini lah, betul tak? So it's already breaking the rules. Okay, it break the rules already. So instead of using the rule of precedent, here it apply the rule of associativity. Okay, associativity. Ini kita dari, maksudnya associativity from left to the right, betul tak? Saya selesaikan dulu yang sebelah kanan ni, kiri, betul. Then it goes to the right. So it breach the rule right now. Okay. So you see another operators here. Another operators. Okay. Equal sign, right? Okay, saya terlupa letak. Equal sign is somewhere here, after here. In between here. Okay, dekat sini, equal sign. Okay, a single equal. So means that after I solve this, then I have to solve this, correct? Then after saya solve ni, baru saya akan solve yang this, correct? Logic juga lah. So 10 times 20, I get 200. Plus with 1, 201. So the value of 201 will be saved in variable A. Will be assigned into a variable A, correct? So ini adalah rule of president. So, and then it's followed by the relational operators. Lepas tu, yang tiga-tiga ni adalah logical operators. Okay, so when we back to this expression, so which one we have to solve first? Plus dulu kan, betul tak? Okay, because it higher hierarchy than the others. Tapi sebenarnya you tak payah hafal tau ni. You understand saja. Okay, for the theoretical part, of course, I teach you this way. Actually, I don't have to be remember in this president rule. Ya. Saya tak perlu ingat tu. I just know something like that. If you're already familiar with the concept, if you deeply understand, you don't have to check presiden mana yang tinggi. Alamak, imagine berapa banyak operators that you have to deal with later on. Okay, so be logic lah. Okay, contoh kalau dalam case ni, of course, if I compare to y greater than z, contoh, if I do this first, correct? The result will be true, contoh. But true tambah 2, macam mana true tambah 2? Okay, of course you get 3. Tapi itu silap. Okay, you can add true plus 3, true plus 2. Sebab nilai true dalam Boolean expression adalah 1. Nilai false adalah 0. So 1 is true, 0 is false. So tapi itu tak menjawab soalan lah, betul tak? Okay, so logically I have to solve this first. Baru betul. Your computer, your algorithm, your Python will interpret this first. Katakan value of z equal to 1. So 1 plus 2, you get 3, correct? Okay, 1 plus 2, you get 3. And then y is maybe 10. 10 greater than 3? True or false? True, right? So true, and before you do this and you kena compare z ni dahulu. Because you see the symbol ini di group under relational operators, correct? Okay, equal sign, greater than, so they are on the same level, correct? Okay, so since they are on the same level, so dia akan selesaikan yang sebelah kanan dahulu. Okay, operator yang ni dulu, lepas tu baru yang ini. Sebelah kiri, sorry. Because they are on the same level. Okay, the same with this concept. A equal to 10 plus 11 minus 1. Okay, plus and minus, they are on the same level, correct? Betul tak? So, how do we solve this? How your Python solve this? Adakah dia buat ni dahulu? As a human, we can choose, I want to do this and then add the answer later on with this. Kan? Boleh. Itu as a human. But in Python, in computer programming, it has to follow the rules. Okay? So dalam case ni, rule dia akan selesaikan because they are the same hierarchy, the same level. So you have to solve on the left first. And then baru go to the right. Ini yang kita panggil the rule of associativity tadi lah. If they are on the same level. Ataupun I breach the rules by providing parentheses. Then I breach the rule of precedence. Understand? Okay. Alright. Mana kita? Okay, kita ke mana tadi? Okay, so after I manage to get this, maybe the result of y greater than z plus 2. So maybe true and true. Then finally I get the answers dalam bentuk Boolean values, correct? Itulah yang final value yang kita nak. So you see here, plus first and then greater than, then equal to, lepas tu baru saya gunakan and. That is the sequence, how your computer works. Okay, so I hope this will be helpful to you to know which order has to solve first. Okay, so ini penting ya, ini penting. Okay, alright. Okay, I think we finished our lesson today. As I promised to you, we are not going to take about more than 1 hour today. Okay, this is just continuity of our revision in previous class. Okay, so so I see any question about our topic today? Clear tak? Boleh ya?
Doktor nak tanya,
Boleh.
dekat buku kita page 64,
Page 64.
dia ada tunjuk precedence dia tu lain dengan yang slide doktor tunjuk ni.
Sekejap ya. Sekejap ya. Page berapa?
64.
64. Table 54. 5.4.
5.4.
Okay. So ini adalah based on relational and logical. Saya tak masukkan arithmetic operators dekat dalam tu. Okay, so kalau kita tengok situ, you will solve not dulu, betul tak? Kan? So you solve for the not first. Sekejap ya. Maybe a slight change. Okay, wait. Wait. Precedent is the rule that specify the order in which contain blah 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 relational operators. Sekejap ya. Not. Okay, let me check on this. Not first ya. Third and or. Kenapa not yang paling atas ya? Not. Okay, so let me check on this. What will be the right one? Boleh tak? Okay. And I will mention, please ask again during our next class regarding this. Saya kena check balik. Maybe ini yang tak update punya. Because the not first kan, betul tak? Dekat buku tu. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. By the way, please, thank you very much to shows this confusing. I have to recheck again. I have to recheck again. Saya tak boleh tak terus ni. Saya kena check balik. Okay. Alright. Okay. So thank you very much. Anything else regarding our example today? Okay. Whatever will be asked tomorrow, we'll cover until what we learn today lah. Apa yang kita belajar hari ni mungkin sikit je lah yang masuk. Okay. So it basically asks you about the fundamental. Okay. Fundamental flowchart, pseudocode. Okay. How to macam biasalah. Macam mana nak write coding, some of the fundamental aspect, the element that you have to understand. Okay. And then I believe you can, if you are brilliant enough, maksudnya bila you tengok, you tahu jawapan, 30 minit you boleh siap. 30 minit. You buka je, tanpa cari reference, 30 minit you boleh siap. Kalau you cari reference, you type coding tu balik, 1 jam pun tak siap. So please don't do that mistake. Okay? So tomorrow I will brief you guys. Okay? Tomorrow, please 7:45. 7:45, you have to be there. Okay? You have to be there. Duduk. Dan saya akan view sikit. Pukul 8 kita akan start. Okay? Pukul 8 kita akan start. Okay? So, be prepared. Okay? So, kita habis awal so that you can have a good preparation lah untuk your punya test. Okay? Besok kita jumpa pukul 7.45. Okay? So, ada soalan lagi tak? Next week, mungkin kelas kita, saya tak pasti lagi. Next week, hari ni hari berapa Hari, kita punya kelas Rabu kan? So, next week, I'm not available on Wednesday. Okay? So, what I want to do is, do you guys okay kalau saya prepare video for the next chapter? Happy tak?
Okay. Okay.
Okey ya. Tapi mungkin ada sedikit latihan, boleh tak? Ya?
Boleh.
Boleh ya? So latihan tu simple je. I want you to submit juga macam hari tu. Okay? And make sure you submit before time lah. So that example, after you finish the video, sama macam hari tu, you just mention, you just watch or finish the video, and then nanti do the submission of your works through the link that I provided. Okay. So, itu next week lah, ya. Sebab I have, honestly, next week pun ada program lain juga. Next week pun, ya. Wah, next week. Next week boleh. Next week ada kelas. Next week memang cannot ya. Okay. Test tu you guys saya dah bagi tak tarikh hari tu? Belum kan? Bila test tu? Lupa dah. Can you check little bit? Test tu? Saya pernah lupa dah.
30 December.
30th December. Oh, jauh lagi tu. Jauh lagi lah. Okay. So 30th December jauh lagi. But I think I'm holiday that tak, saya dah balik dari holiday kot. Okay, 30 December saya dah balik. Bukan 30 November Bukan confirm
No.
Okay, 30 December Okay, so jauh lah lagi tu. Okay, so next week saya akan prepare satu video, simple saja video tu. Okay, very simple. Maybe I try to make it within maybe 10 minutes. Okay, it's a compilation of short video. Okay, but you have to watch. Mungkin video tu saya ambil daripada kursus atau kelas yang saya pernah buat hari itu. Itu lebih detail lah kalau saya guna tu. Instead of I'm shooting. Nanti saya akan tengok video mana yang boleh tak, you guys? Okay tak? Okay. So I use the same example as I provided before, yang rectangular benda tu lah. Okay, we learn using that example, which is very convenient and very easy for us. Okay. Alright, so kalau tak ada soalan, kita jumpa next tomorrow lah. Kita jumpa tomorrow. Okay, I wish you do your preparation. Okay, tengok balik. Okay, kalau you record video, tengok balik videos yang kita do the lesson. Read the books. Okay, use the books. Okay, to belik sikit macam mana nak buat flowchart, macam mana nak buat sedukut. So use that books. Okay. Alright, so thank you very much everyone. So I wish you have a good day. And see you tomorrow at 7:45. If you have internet problem, just talk to me. Okay, kita try to see. Tapi jangan, hopefully tak ada problem Jangan ada retest pula. Susah test nanti. Dia tak akan sama. Test satu ni, honestly, senang. Honestly, definitely easy. Okay, alright. And make sure do not copy. Itu saja. Be responsible, not showing your answer to your friends. Because when we detect, dua-dua kena. Dua-dua kita akan terus ambil tindakan akademik. Saya tak mahu buat tu. So that's why I need your commitment. I need your kerjasama lah. Supaya jangan ada isu meniru antara satu sama lain. Tak nak. Saya tak nak punish student actually. But if you do, we have to do punishment. Okay, kalau boleh tak nak lah. Tak nak ada isu tu. Alright, so belajar bagus-bagus. So jumpa esok 7:45. Okay? Alright, so have a good day.